More than a month after the presidential election, California's results are still not certified. California Secretary of State Shirley Weber gave an update on that count today.
And our KCRA3 Capitol correspondent Ashley Zavala joins us live in studio now with what did Dr. Shirley Weber have to say, Ashley?
You know, Lisa and Andrea, the Secretary of State is set to certify the election results on Friday, which is California's deadline. But state lawmakers and California's newest U.S. senator have already been sworn in, and they've already taken office. California's slower election system has been scrutinized this cycle for how long it has taken to finalize results. Secretary of State Shirley Weber notes that the state's voter registration and election system allows for more people to participate in it. She said voter turnout for this election was at 71.4%, which is more than the national average at 63%. But that's down from California's peak in the 2020 presidential election. Turnout then in California was 81.5%. Now, when she spoke with reporters today, she did take a few questions about the conflicting deadlines that have new state lawmakers sworn in nearly 2 weeks before the election results are certified. We should also note U.S. Senator Adam Schiff was sworn in and took his new office on Monday, days before that certification deadline. Here's what Weber had to say about the deadlines.
They all received a letter indicating that they could be sworn in, but basically that we had not certified them. And that was something that was sent out to each one of the houses, that we did not certify any of the elections, and that they could actually be sworn in, but it meant very little until the certification occurred. That's one of the ongoing challenges when we are dealing with what is stated in one document, the state constitution, and what is stated in the federal document, and then what is stated when the legislature decides it wants to do something different and wants to change dates and times and all those kinds of things.
Now, Weber said this is something her office is discussing with the legislature now, but she said this is not new and has been an ongoing issue. In response to her saying the lawmaker swearing in means very little until the election is certified, Republican Assemblyman Joe Patterson posted on X arguing that's not true, noting new lawmakers have already selected their leaders and have already started filing new proposed laws. Back to you.
Thank you, Ashley. Weber said 2 counties that led the state in voter turnout were Amador County at about 86% and San Francisco County at about 79%. We got a full look at the data. It will be available when the results are certified on Friday.